This is section 5.8, part 7. Okay, long division. The first thing we need to check is to see if all of our terms are there, and if any are missing, we need to put them back in. And they also need to be in order. Fourth power, third, second, first power, constant. Everything is there. It is in order. 2r squared. I do not have an r, so I'm going to put in plus 0r minus 3. Everything else is there. Now, you can have terms missing in the top, you can have them in the bottom, you can have both. You can have 3 or 4 terms missing in each one. Just make sure that you take care of all of them with zeros. So when I set this up, I have 2r squared plus 0r minus 3 divided into 6r to the fourth minus 10r cubed minus r squared plus 15r minus 8. Taking a second to make sure I copied that correctly, and I think I'm good. Okay, so let's concentrate on our first terms. I want this to become this. So I need to multiply this by a 3r squared. Distribute this, and we're going to keep this 0. We're going to keep getting zeros, but we're going to keep it around because it is a placeholder for us. 3r squared times 2r squared gives me 6r to the fourth. Now here I'm going to get a 0. I always just use plus. It can be minus because it's 0. It doesn't matter. And I usually go ahead and change my exponent on my variable so I can make sure that it's lined up. Okay? Now 3r squared times negative 3 is minus 9r squared. Change every sign. Again, it doesn't really matter with the 0, just I'm in a habit of changing all the signs, so I go ahead and do it. This cancels. I get negative 10r cubed. Negative 1 plus 9 is going to be 8r squared. And then go ahead and bring these two down. Repeat. I want this 2r squared to become a negative 10r cubed. The 2 needs to become a negative 10, so I need to multiply it by a negative 5. I have 2 r's, I need 3, so I'm going to multiply by another r. And I did not line up my like terms here. It's not critical, but it would have helped. I apologize. Take this negative 5r and distribute it. Negative 5r times 2r squared is negative 10r cubed. Multiply here. Of course, we get the 0, and I'm going to put r squared. And then multiply here, and I get positive 15r. Change your signs. This cancels, and we add. We get 8r squared. Now I get a 0 here. Because it's going to happen between two terms, I'm going to keep the 0 around for the same reason I kept this around. I might need it, I might not. It never hurts. So I'm going to keep plus 0r, and then I'm going to bring down the minus 8. This is not or, it's 0r. I'll take this, and we need to turn it into this. The r squareds are already correct. I need to multiply it by a 4. So I'm going to multiply by a positive 4. Distribute. 8r squared plus 0r minus 12. Change every sign. That cancels. Now my 0 is on the end, so I'm not going to need that either. It was only there because it was between two things. And I get a positive 4 here. Okay. I think you understand how to check by now, so I'm just going to write out your answer. This is 3r squared minus 5r plus 4 plus your remainder, which is 4, over what you were dividing by. When you write your remainder, you do not need the 0 in there anymore. This whole thing is your answer.